The knowledge star has been earned. So this is new. This is interesting. See what this is all about. You have unlocked a Neolithic era star, allowing you to move to the ancient era and choose your first culture. This will provide you with bonuses and unlock new gameplay possibilities. Press the Empire button in the Empire banner at any time to access the cultural selection screen. Awesome, we did it. We have achieved a cultural milestone. Okay, let's see. Fame. Fame, oh, that's what this icon is. Rewards the deeds of your tribe as tales of their accomplishments echo through the wilderness. That's right. That's a great suggestion, Endless. I was going to ask you guys about that, if I can postpone it to build my settlement, or if it's just automatic. In the Neolithic era, gain fame by discovering natural wonders or earning one of the 3 possible era stars: population, science, or hunting. Earn as much fame as possible to leave your mark on history and win the game. We will cover fame in more detail when you reach the ancient era. Okay. Hilarious, Tantalus. Oh my gosh. You get so much fame and street cred for dad jokes. Yeah, dad jokes are great. The cultural milestones, Tantalus, are measured in the groans that you evoke from people with your dad jokes. All right. I know that I've done my job with dad jokes when as many people as possible groan. Okay. So before we do it, let's see. What are these people up to? There's an event here? Ooh, a tribe. There is. Okay, there's a little event. To win the game, you need the highest fame. Oh, is that the only victory condition? Endless? And then, like, fame can be achieved through different things, like conquering people or through research or diplomacy or whatever. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Okay, thank you, Glaceon. I mean, I like all of these choices that you have periodically throughout the game. It kind of reminds me of, I mean, there's a lot of games that do these choices. Galactic Civ 3 has you make choices like this. For example, this event is important. Oh, okay. You stand at a crossroads. For many moons, the tribe has trekked the wilderness slowly, tortuously, learning the secrets of this world. How the materials hidden in the deep places and in plain sight might be fashioned to the tribe's advantage. How the beasts and plants of the land and seas can be most fruitfully harvested, and how myths and stories can glacially but inescapably give power over our greatest enemies, other tribes. Now you must decide in what domain the tribe will truly sharpen its knowledge for the ages to come. Will you be renowned as makers, farmers, or charmers? Oh, interesting. Oh, cool, Silver. That's the best, Tantalus, when they walk away. Oh, I got you. Okay. So I need to pick something. I could be makers. Only a lack of imagination will limit what we might one day fashion with our hands, so we get Waddle and Daub Legacy trait, which gives us +1 industry per population on cities or outposts. Okay, so we're better at producing. Farmers get 1 food, and storytellers get science. So what do I want to do? Um, okay, so here's what I'm going to pick. I'm going to go with uh, I don't know about. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, but I always like growing population, so I'm gonna go food, and we're farmers. You earned 1 era star and may now choose a new culture for the next era. But we're gonna save this. Okay, remind me later because I wanna like you guys are saying, it's going to cost me more influence if I try to found my second outpost in the next era. So I'm going to try to delay that. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so let's see. I'm going to end the turn. And then now, with this group, we're going to claim territory. And I'm going to just go ahead and grab this 16 production. Fantastic. And so we're making a new city here, or an outpost, I suppose it's called. And this group, they've used all their movement. This group can go get this curiosity over here, which seems like a smart thing to do, and get 5 fame, or I'm sorry, influence and science. And we'll go here, and now we're going to level up the era. Okay. So it says Ancient Era. Hey, Nick, good evening, my friend. How you doing? Good to see you. We're playing some Humankind here, Nick. Culture selection. Historically, empires have grown from both their idiosyncrasies and the diversity of cultures they have encompassed or come in contact with. In Humankind, you get to combine cultures to create your own empire with more than 1 million possible combinations. That's a lot of combos. Here are the cultures you can choose from for the Ancient Era. Take some time to browse through them at your own pace, then select one of them for more information. Okay. Cultural affinity. Here are the gameplay details of a culture. They will always be presented in the same order for all cultures throughout the game. First, an affinity icon next to the culture's name. There are 7 affinities in the game. Aesthete, agrarian, builder, expansionist, merchant, militarist, scientist. Okay, cool. That's right, Nick. It is. All right, so, and this goes back on what I said before. So everything I said previously is wrong to a degree. So at first I was thinking that this game was not based on history, but like actual history, but was a fictional history. Now I'm seeing it is based on actual history, but it's just that you don't start out as a civilization like you do in Civilization, but instead you get to mix and match attributes of historical groups of people, is how I'm taking it. So that's a very large shift in the focus of the games. All right, so the Assyrians are expansionists, okay, and the Babylonians are scientists. The Egyptians are builders. You shape human history. Ah, okay, cool. That makes sense. And so it's like we're taking human history, but we're shaking it up and revamping it. My day is going great, Nick. Thank you for asking. How's yours going, my friend? Let's see. So the aesthete focuses on renown and influencer diplomacy. The merchant focuses on money and trade. I always like doing science and art and culture. That's great, Nick. Let's see. Focuses on empire growth and population abundance, and in some cases, resource efficiency. You know what, though? Because of the trait we took, actually, I didn't even know that agrarian was a victory condition. This is new to me. I haven't seen this in a 4X before, but you're focused on just growth. That actually seems kind of fun to me. You should click on more details, by the way, to show the other stuff the cultures get. Okay, great. You slept well on your demon bed? That's great. You got to have a nice, comfortable demon bed, for sure. Okay, so it's kind of funny to me, like, to think that that's how we're going to win. Well, they're not the best at anything, but darn it, there's just so many of them. All right, let's check more details, for example. Okay, thank you. This is perfect. Cultural legacy trait. Right below is the culture's legacy trait, a gameplay modifier that will remain active until the very end of the game. Each culture has a different legacy trait, and legacy traits will add up as you progress through eras and combine more cultures. Okay. Culture emblematics. Finally, an emblematic quarter and an emblematic unit, both of which can only be built by this culture. Bear in mind that both might require a given technology and/or particular resource to be built. Hover over the thumbnail illustrations to learn about any potential prerequisite. Okay, cool. And culture details. Take some time to hover over the different elements and familiarize yourself with the above notions. The amount of information might look staggering at first, but after a few games, you'll understand all of it. In your early playthroughs, we suggest that you play the cultures that feel right and appealing to you and don't overthink culture selection. Yeah, I like it. Once your choice is made, press the confirm button. Your culture choice will become effective at the end of the current turn. Okay, understood. That's right, Nick. I like to try and learn something every day, for sure. All right, so here we go. So if we are the Harappans, for example, in one drop of water are found all the secrets of life. I like that. And this is their, like, special cultural perk or their trait, which is +1 food on the tile producing food, +1 food on the river. Okay, so they get a bunch of food. And then they can build these canal networks. This is their special building, I suppose, which gives you +3 food, -10 stability. Doesn't seem good. +2 food per adjacent farm carter, +1 farmer slot on the city or outpost. Count as farmer's quarter, and it's considered a river. You love the Egyptians, Endless? Yeah, I always love the Egyptians, too. And then we can get these runners. The Harappans thirst not for warfare, preferring to make more peaceful relations to their rivals. So they just are good at running. I like this. Look at this. We don't fight well. We run away really well. Love it. They get 5 movement. I'm going to try, I don't know why, but I just immediately am drawn to this style of, like, just growing and farming. And it'll probably bite me, and I'll lose, but I'm going for it. We're going to adopt Harappans because it's cool. Look at this. Look how great this is. They're like, look at how many farms we have. How can we possibly be defeated with so much food? You're right. We're going to eat like kings. All right, here's me. Oh, I've got some tattoos with my little smug and kind of petulant expression. All right, so if we take this, here's what happens. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Silver. I mean, like, what could go wrong with food and growth, right? And, like, you get more people to assign to work more tiles. I don't know exactly how it works in this game, but you know, more population in Civ means more tiles around your city that you can work, and I'm thinking it's a similar transition here. So I like it. So we get +1 food on tiles producing food and +1 food on the river. So taking your guys' advice, Endless and Silver, about settling on the river, which I believe we did with with one of our cities anyway, we'll get even more food. And then we can build these canals along the river, and then we get these fast dudes. Dude, Demon Grilled Cheese sandwiches are delicious, Nick. I love it. Confirm.
The challenges of a young civilization.
Cutscene.
It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes.
That's right.
If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. While the Harappans certainly had markets,
Harappans.
few remains. Please show us what they might have done.
Oh, that's cool. So this is a civilization that didn't leave very many artifacts, so behind, so we don't know much about them, perhaps. Oh, that's awesome. Endless, thank you. So it opens it up. Perfect. I appreciate that. Yeah, Victory, I actually am curious, Nick, what the demon part of that grilled cheese is. Onward to a new era, a major step for you and your civilization. The rules for earning fame have changed now that you've left the Neolithic era. The empire with the most fame will win the game, so it's important to know how to earn it. You can enter the empire screen to see your current objectives. Okay, thanks. So, here we are, and we're in 3rd place. I mean, that's not bad, all things considered. Maximize filter. Before placing your first city, let's study the terrain. Use this button to show the grid. Understood. Maximize filter 2. The grid shows the natural resources of all discovered tiles. Tile resource can be food, industry, money, science, and are collectively known as FIMS. You can play with or without the grid enabled as you see fit. In case it is needed, it will automatically appear. Information displayed in the grid can be very useful for organizing your cities and maximizing their production. It is also handy for determining where to found your next city. Now try to find a place where there's a lot of food and industry. Understood. Oh, Victory, good imagination. Yeah, so it's like you cut the grilled cheese diagonally and they look like horns? That makes sense. Should check the Empire screen. It had some changes. Thank you, Endless. I will. Era Stars and Fame. Era Stars are era-specific objectives that earn you fame. You need to obtain at least 7 Era Stars to unlock the option to progress to the next era. Okay, so we don't have any. So we got to get a bunch. Let's go back to the Empire screen. Here we are. So let's see. Oh, okay. So here's little goals that we have. Oh, this is really cool. I like this game. So if we own 2 territories attached to any city, we get 100 fame as a reward. Or if we complete the construction of 6 districts within your empire, you get fame. Now, I'm not competing with anyone else for these goals, correct? These are all independent. It's not like building a wonder or something and another civ could get this and take away my opportunity to get this. These are all my personal goals, I'm hoping. Okay, great. And then, oh, there's competitive deeds. So these are ones that people compete over. Okay, I see. Like Smorgasbord. Get access to every strategic and luxury resource. I love smorgasbords. Train spotter. Build a railway line between 2 cities. Cool. Oh, this is really cool. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so we're in the ancient era, and we have plant lore, and we have fertile inundations. And if we upgrade, we get even more stuff as we go, which is kind of hidden. We only have 20 fame, so let's work on that. Let's close this screen. Let me see. This unit. Oh, ooh. Look at this. Everybody, my tribes have automatically upgraded to become runners. That's awesome. So now we have 5 movement. So that's fancy. Let's go move. Let's go, runners. I have to say, at first I wasn't, like, super impressed by the visuals of this game, but they're really growing on me. I like how the fog of war is uncovered, too. The task with the golden wings is the one that grants you extra fame in the Empire screen. Let's see. Oh, this one right here. Agrarian stars. I see. So if I do agrarian stuff, I get even more bonus. Cool. So this is just 12 population, so we need to just grow. Alright, so for example, let me go to my city. Here's my city right here. And your first city. You are now ready to build your first city, the capital of your empire. Select the outpost you wish to grow into a city, then select Evolve Outpost to City in the City and Outpost panel. Creating cities costs influence, but your capital comes for free. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you got that right, Nick. Don't people love doing that, my friend? Beating their chest. Hey, Crispy, good evening, my friend. Please don't farm us. Crispy, I'm not ready for that. But we are farming here. It appears to be winter. It's snowing down here. Crispy, I hope you're doing well. Alright, so take some time to determine your most strategic site. In particular, pay attention to the resource production of nearby tiles and the natural protection offered by the terrain. Okay, so for example, this... let's look at the tiles. Hey, Anton. What is up, my friend? Thank you for following. How you doing? Good to see you. This tile... I'm getting... Okay, let's see the easiest way to get a good view of how many resources I would gain. Tasty slushies. Hilarious, Crispy. Well, if they get icy enough. Like, for me, what I'm seeing is... There's a lot of production up here because of all these forests. I think so, Endless, but look at all the food we would get right here. You know what I mean? Like, if I evolve this into a city... There's already 5 food on this tile. Then there's 3 here. This is all because of 2 from exploitation and plus 1 from my bonus. Is that what's in those 7-Eleven slushies, Crispy? I never knew. All right, we're gonna. I do want to evolve this one. I like it.
Shelter for those who need it. A place to store food.
Oh, the top bar. Thank you, Silver.
It may not be glorious, but it beats sleeping under trees.
Okay, so look at this. So now we have 24 food, which is a ton. Not very much industry. That's horrifying. But we got a lot of food, and that's what we're trying to do, is grow. All right, so greener pastures. As an agrarian culture, your affinity action is called greener pastures. You can use your influence to trigger migrations with a promise of a better life, attracting population from every adjacent inhabited territory. Greener pastures becomes available once the affinity meter is filled. Okay. I love that ability. Let me see how this goes. How quickly this meter fills depends on your food production surplus, the amount of food remaining after your population has been fed. Select a city and activate greener pastures to compel 1 foreign population from each adjacent inhabited territory to move to the city. However, be careful, as this will generate a grievance for any affected empire. Okay, that's what I was curious about. Oh, we're most likely getting connected to the city? Let's see. It's over here by itself, but hopefully once this... Yeah, it looks like once this finishes, it will connect everything. Like, there will be no gap between our territory, which is good. They better not, Nick. They can't take over my tribe. They sure have, Victory. I think it's what keeps 7-Eleven in business. That and their convenient hours of operation. Now, I was wondering about this, about if people would become upset if I sniped them for greener pastures, but it's okay. We can handle it. You have to spend influence to formally connect your outpost to cities. Okay, Endless, thank you. I love this idea of greener pastures. It just makes me laugh. It's like people are over in this other civilization and they're hungry. They don't have that much to eat. And then they look over at the Harappans and they're like, they're just throwing food away. They have so much food. And we just say, come over to us. You'll have corn dogs every day of your life. And they're just like, I need to go become a Harappan. Indeed. All right. So, good. we have a balanced policy for our population. So here's the screen. This is the ribbon that I need to understand when we were talking about population and what it does. So I have one of my... I only have one person in this city at all, and they're working on food. And one person is, let's see, helping us get more food each turn. Plus 6 food because of farmers. So if I'm reading this correctly, every person I put here gives me 6 food because they are farmers. Tantalus, I'm just teasing. You can have the Morning Star, corn dogs, breakfast sausage, whatever you would like. Man, crispy. Speaking of that hot dog, when I was in grad school, I worked at a pizza shop, and it was right next door to a Speedway, and I had to be there right when it opened, and every morning I would go over and buy those hot dogs for breakfast that were just rolling there. And I wondered that too. How long have these been here? Munch, munch, munch. That's my breakfast. And I lost 15 years of my life eating whatever was inside. All right. Let's see. I'm going to check out my people. All right, here's a person. Here's a runner. Let's go, runner. Let's run up here. What can you find? These are dyes.
Off we go.
They can't make it there anymore. All right. Oh, because climbing up this mountain has been hard work. Okay. And then this group, you guys are done. Why don't you go check some more stuff out for me? What's over... Yeah, sure. What's over here? The curiosities don't seem to be happening as much. Is that only in the ancient era? Dyes are a luxury resource. Correct. That's consistent with civilization, but I'm assuming I have to be able to work that tile to make use of the dyes. So it has to be within my borders for that to happen, is what I'm guessing. So another question I have for you very helpful people is, how am I to get more people? Is the only way for me to get more people to encounter food? Oh no, that option seems to have disappeared. How do I get more people? Do I buy them? Oh, okay, there's something I can do over here. Oh, thank you, Endless. So only in the Neolithic. And it doesn't look like I can grow my army anymore by just getting them food. Can I just turn my population into units? Or I don't know exactly even know how that works. But here we go. So I could build a canal network. I could build a farmer's quarter. I can build a maker's quarter, I guess. Or I could build a pottery workshop.